What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are right here in front of the European Parliament in Brussels, the capital of Europe, and we are going to ask a couple of questions about the whole Ukraine conflict. Just no politicians, whatever, just people on the street, see what their opinion is on Ukraine, if they want them to be part of the European Union, and if they support the European Union sending more troops and money towards the war with Russia. Excuse me, sir. Could I ask you a couple of questions?
Yes, you can.
Are you European?
Yes, I am, and proud of it.
Where are you from?
I'm from Portugal.
Okay, and do you feel, this is the question of the day, that
Oui.
Ukraine should be part of the European Union?
Ukraine should be part of the European Union, but it should respect the same rules as all the other countries. But you have all our support, especially in this time of dire for Ukraine. So we are with Ukrainians, and we say Slava Ukraina.
Okay, and are you worried about the war potentially escalating if Ukraine joins?
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. I don't think for the moment that will happen, but we have to have that in mind. You never know, but I don't think that will happen right now.
Okay, so do you feel that the European Union should help more and send potentially weapons or maybe even soldiers towards Ukraine if Russia keeps invading?
We are sending already weapons. Sending soldiers depends on what circumstances. I think we send already soldiers, but we send them to train the Ukrainian army. Sending soldiers to fight alongside Ukraine, I still have some reservations about that. I don't exclude completely that idea, but I would think twice about committing to that. But sending soldiers to help the Ukrainian army or help the Ukrainian people, for sure.
Okay, and do you feel like being part of the European Union has helped Portugal a lot?
It has helped Portugal a lot, yes.
Okay, because economically there was an issue, right? Maybe 10 years ago?
Yeah, and we still have some issues, but my question is rather in which condition would Portugal be right now if we were not part of the European Union?
Okay, well, thank you very much, sir.
Thank
All
you
right,
so
you have a
much.
nice day.
You too. Take care, huh?
Excuse me, could I ask some questions? Are you European?
Yes,
Where are you from?
Romania.
Romania. And maybe you're perfect for this. We are asking people in Europe if they agree if Ukraine should be part of the European Union. What is your opinion on this?
I think I am okay with that.
Yes.
Yes.
And do you feel, because you are next to Ukraine, right? You are neighbors. Do you feel any effects from the war?
No.
No. Do you have a lot of refugees, maybe?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
but like the bombing or any of the
No.
fighting, there's no. You don't.
No. Only
Okay.
we have a lot of refugees.
And what is your relationship with Russia like from Romania?
I don't know.
No.
I can't answer that.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Excuse me, could I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Are you European?
Yeah, sure.
Where are you from?
France.
France. Okay. And right now that we're here in front of the European Parliament, I'm asking people whether Ukraine should be part of the European Union. What do you believe?
I think, yeah.
Yeah?
In the near future.
Okay.
It
Are you
would be interesting.
are you worried about potentially the war escalating even more?
Let's see. I can't predict the future.
Yeah.
But I hope peace will come soon. With a good deal,
Yeah.
let's say. Yeah. Either for
Okay.
Ukraine and for Russia
Yeah.
and for Europe.
And do you feel like Europe should step up more and maybe send either weapons or people?
I think yes.
Okay. So like as a collective, everybody help out.
Collective force. We've seen that in the near past that the union between the countries brought us peace. Actually, it's
Yeah.
been like 80 years without any war
Yeah.
in Europe.
Yeah, that's true.
So in the case, like more cooperation means more peace as well.
Very true. And as a Frenchman, how do you feel about Macron?
Good question. Personally, I don't like him a lot. He changed a lot as well. In like the first, when he came in politics, it was like a freshman, like fresh people, like new ideas, new stuff. And it's his policies like change a bit, going even more and more to the right side, being more and more conservative.
Okay.
So it's a hard question to say. Macron is not like Macron's policies change a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that the guy is clever.
Yeah.
The guy is clever, he's good, but the politics not that good.
Okay. Did you vote for him?
Yes,
Okay.
because the context at the time was in the second turn, he was against the far right. So it was the far right or Macron.
So was it like
So
basically
Macron
as
was
in,
best at the
as in
far
the
right.
US that there's only two parties there that you can really vote for? How does it work with French elections?
French election?
Do you have two?
It's two
parties,
rounds. Two
or-
rounds.
Okay.
Okay, it's 2 rounds for election. First part, many candidates. Okay, and to maintain yourself in the second round, you have to reach at least 10%.
Okay.
Okay, and normally for the second round there are just 2 people.
Okay. Okay.
So your vote is not really a vote. It's like could be a no choice.
Yeah.
And it was
okay.
the case in the last 2 elections.
Okay.
It was Macron against the far right.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
And why do you think that the far right is gaining so much popularity in France?
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Good question. I think it's because there is this feeling that most of people are being left by the state, meaning that they have less services of the state, and it's a vote of being against something more than being in favor of something.
Okay. Okay.
It's like to protest against something, and I understand.
So what is the protest about? Like the immigration policy, maybe?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really, because if you have a right look on the people that vote for the far right, it's people that been less exposed to
Okay.
foreigners.
Okay. Okay. So
Well,
they're
people
more
in the
like
countryside
Yeah.
and like fearing stuff that they have never experienced.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that maybe like the media kind of trying to show, like
Yes.
maybe fear into the people?
Exactly.
okay.
And this is a kind of problem. Immigration is always the right enemy. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Actually, it's no one. It's
Mhm.
no one. It's more the fact that indeed these people that vote for them, they pay taxes, and they don't have they have a small return
Yeah.
on the taxes they pay.
Yeah.
You see?
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
So
And for you personally, do you notice any immigration issues or like a lot of immigrants nowadays? The last couple of years?
not really.
No. What part of France are you from?
I'm from Reims,
Okay.
and I live in Paris for the moment.
Ah, okay. But I heard this might also be like fear mongering from the media. But the footage that I saw from Paris, there were a lot of homeless people, a lot of immigrants, illegal immigrants. They say.
Not really. They have, but I think that their life is hard. They make the most to survive, and you see there are a lot of jobs that is being taken by these people. Most of French people they would not have taken this job.
Yeah.
It's people working in the delivery, working in the kitchens, working in the logistics.
Yeah. Harder jobs.
It's
kinda.
hard job.
Okay.
It's hard job, and they are not taking advantage of anything.
Okay. Okay. And how do you feel about Marine Le Pen and what happened with her recently, with her being arrested?
It's justice.
Okay.
They wanted to take advantage of the system.
Okay.
She got caught by the police and stuff.
Mhm.
And that's it. You need to pay.
Okay. So what happened exactly? If you can enlighten us, like she tried to use taxpayers' money or European
It's good.
money.
I think
or
we are in the right place.
Yeah,
in front of the
yeah.
parliament. What happened is that she, her party, it's like the far right party, okay, got some deputies there, about 10,
Okay.
more 10, and with each deputy you elect in the parliament, you have a amount of money to pay your assistants and stuff. And it's normal. And it's the same amount of money for all the deputies in Europe.
Yeah.
So it's good. This is the right policy. The fact is that she used this amount of money to pay people to work for the party in France.
Ah, so she
And
used
not
European
to-
Union money.
And exactly,
for elections
it's
in France.
our global money for
Yeah.
as a European
Okay.
that paid people to work for the far right party in France.
Wow. Okay. I
And
didn't
this-
know that.
And these people, they have never stepped into the building.
Wow.
It's like-
okay.
So it's
Yeah.
purely using one public money for a private purpose, let's say.
Wow. Okay. That's very interesting. Actually, I never heard that. Yeah.
So
I never.
The judgment of the court was for her to first to reimburse this money, to reimburse this money, to pay a fine, and to not being elected for a period of time.
Okay. But someone else in her party could be potentially.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think they have a good chance? Because I saw in the polls that they were quite high. The
Yeah,
right wing
and getting
party.
higher and higher.
Okay. So they because Macron cannot be elected again, right?
Right.
But someone from his party could.
Yes.
Okay. So is it between those two again, the right wing and then against Macron's party?
The trends indicated this
Okay.
for the next election, yes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. And the last question: is Brigitte Macron a man?
No.
Okay. have you heard of that theory or?
No. it's
Okay.
trans-
They said she was maybe trans, but I don't know.
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Have a nice day. Excuse me. Could I ask you some questions? Okay. Okay. Are you European?
Yes, we are French.
French. Okay. And you're visiting here, just in Belgium.
Yeah, she's here just for an internship in a
okay.
hospital, so we just came with her and we are visiting for 2 days.
Okay. So we are here in front of the European Parliament to ask Europeans how they feel if Ukraine should become part of the European Union. What is your opinion on this?
I would be really happy.
Yes.
Yes.
So do you want Europe to keep helping Ukraine for the war to fight
Actually,
Russia?
I think
Yes.
it's a very good project, yes.
Okay.
We keep helping Ukraine and Ukraine should be part of the European Union as well.
Okay. And as French people, what is your opinion on Macron?
It's more biased.
Okay.
I think internationally at the moment he's not strict enough, and his position is not really clear on Palestine as well, which is a shame. I think.
Yeah.
For French people, I think he's done a lot of bad things concerning trade and other things,
Okay.
and also social advantages that we used to have, and they're all collapsing. So I guess he'll be changed in a few years.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he has to anyway because it's his second mandate. So
Okay.
It's over.
So how long can you be Prime Minister of France for?
Sorry?
How long can you be in power in France?
For two
terms.
Two terms, so twice 5 years.
Oh,
So 10 years altogether, and then you have to change.
Okay. And when he was coming up, Macron, did you support him?
I actually not supported him, I voted against someone else.
Okay.
So I had to vote for him.
And
Not because we have 2 turns every election. So first I didn't vote for him, but then I had to support him against the National Front, we call it.
Okay.
It's a far right party.
Okay. And how do you feel about his political opponent that recently got in trouble in France? the
That's
female, I
actually-
forgot
yeah,
her
that's
name.
Marine Le Pen.
Okay.
That's against her. I voted for Macron.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
So you
I'm very
don't like
happy
her.
She cannot
Okay.
be a president next time.
And why is that? What were
She
her
was
policies?
guilty about the European Union. Actually, she was found guilty of I don't know how you say that, of stealing 4 million euros while
Okay.
paying other things that she should have been paying for with that money, and she doesn't have a right to be a president for, I think it's 9 years. I don't remember the judgment, so it'll be over. The next election will be over. But
this
she
is
has other people in her party who can be voted.
okay. Well, this is very interesting because this is a side that I don't really hear. I just heard that it was like political prosecution against her, basically. So you don't agree with that?
No, I don't
No?
agree with that at all.
Okay, okay.
No. She used a lot of the European money, and she's been a far-right party for a long time. She thinks it's prosecution. I think it's just justice, but not because I'm against her. Even if it was a party that I would vote for, if you've done something wrong, you've done something wrong.
Yeah,
Justice
yeah.
is unbiased, and it's the same for everyone.
Yeah, that makes sense. But she was leading in the polls, right? Or doing very well in the polls beforehand?
Yes, she was, but she
And-
has someone else in her party who is doing very well. So I guess he will present himself as a candidate
Okay.
for the next election.
And do you think he might win?
I think, unfortunately, he might win.
And why do you think that a right-wing party is gaining so much popularity in France?
Because I think people, I don't know why, they are like scared of everything. I mean, the climate internationally is always talking about wars and things, and as if the danger was coming from other countries, and so they're just like, they just want foreigners to be out. That's only the
okay.
immigration policy
yeah,
that
the
makes
immigration.
those parties
Yeah.
popular. I
So
think.
they kind of run on that, would
Yeah.
you say?
I think only on that.
And do you think there's an immigration problem in France?
I don't think so, really. No.
What part of France are you from, if
I'm
you
from
don't mind?
southern France.
Okay, you don't like Nice, maybe? Or
Oh no, well,
Okay.
western,
Oh, okay,
to the west,
Okay.
more close to Montpellier.
Okay, yeah. So you don't notice too much.
Yeah, there is a
im-
lot of immigration, but it's immigration we wanted, and they're all part of France. So
Okay, so they are legal
yeah, they are
migrants.
legal immigration.
Ah,
Oh no, illegal immigration for me, it's something that's it is a problem, but more for the people than for the economy. So yeah, you have to deal with not legal immigration,
Yeah.
but not in the way far right wants to deal with it.
Okay. And lastly, how do you feel about the Trump tariff wars?
What do you mean?
Have you heard about the tariffs? That
The tariffs.
Yeah.
I think he's crazy, but really crazy, like
Yeah.
mentally crazy. So I
Okay.
don't really have an opinion on anything he does.
Okay.
I think it's crazy to have voted for him, but that's my opinion.
Okay,
And
yeah,
I
fair.
think it didn't work out the way he wanted. I hope he had a plan. I don't really understand economically.
Yeah.
I don't really understand what he's trying to do. So
Okay. And maybe last question, because I am into some conspiracy theories. Do you think Brigitte Macron might be a man?
no, I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Okay. Because that came up lately, right? As well, I don't know where it came from.
Yeah, I know, because she's got a man side to her style, I think, and
Okay.
because a lot of people like to gossip about the fact they have a 25-year difference or something. So no,
Yeah.
I don't think she's a man.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Are you from Ukraine?
No, Netherlands.
Netherlands,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, we need to find some more people. Excuse me, guys. Do you mind if I ask a couple of questions?
Yeah.
Are you European?
We were.
Oh, you're from England. Ah, okay. So this is basically because we're in Brussels, in front of the European Parliament. How do you guys feel about Ukraine possibly joining the European Union?
Yeah, I think it'd be great. Why not?
Yeah, would be great.
Yeah.
And would you guys like to return to the European Union
Yeah.
as England?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how did Brexit come through?
I think
A
that's
lot of lies.
Oh, okay.
and promises that were actually false.
What were those promises?
Just around how there was a big bus. I don't know if you remember the Brexit bus.
No.
They had it was painted on the side of the bus. It says we give the European Union £350 million every week, and we can save that, and it can go
Going to
towards the
NHS.
National Health Service. But I don't know.
Do you feel like it has improved in England, like since you had Brexit?
No.
Because I was in London and it's so expensive, like it's crazy.
Yeah. But I don't know if the world in general is
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah, after
ropey, but I
COVID.
don't think Brexit has helped. Yeah. But
Okay.
I think COVID is now being used to like mask that a little bit as well.
Do you see a way of the UK coming back into the European Union?
I think there's lots of ways because the European Parliament said the door's always open. I think
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah.
Hours left.
Would be nice to have you guys back. To be
Yeah, it
honest.
would be. I don't.
Especially with stuff like America. Eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to join, but I don't think that it's going to happen probably in our
Not very,
lifetime. But
yeah, not very long.
And how do you guys feel about the new Prime Minister?
Indifferent at the minute. I think it's too soon to say. I think he's done
Okay.
some interesting stuff, but I think he's had to take over an absolute mess. So
Yeah.
I think it's too soon to possibly comment. Possibly.
Okay. And how do you guys feel about Nigel Farage? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Is he loved in England
Oh,
or?
no, well,
Oh, by
depends who
some,
you
by
are.
some people, yeah, but
Yeah.
not by
An
us.
idiot.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Last one, Piers Morgan.
Oh,
Not.
yeah. Get him out. Yeah. Did he live in America?
I think so.
Yeah,
He's
checks
quite
out, so-
Americanized, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not a nice man.
Okay. Final question of the day: is it coming home 2026?
Probably not. No.
All right. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Nice one. Cheers.
All right, guys. That was it for today. We are leaving the Parliament, the European Parliament, right now. But I think it was kind of crazy to see how. I don't know. There were some opinions that I wasn't expecting, to be honest. But I feel like I should stay neutral and let people say what they want to say. You know, it's interesting to see everybody has their own opinion, but I'm not gonna show mine. You know, on this, I'm trying to stay neutral. But I hope you guys enjoyed and you see a bit more of the European opinion.